Hello, Steve Mills here, and welcome to another edition of my podcast. It's great to be back sharing with you some more tried, tested and proven ways in which you can grow your business. And today is the first day in our new office. We've actually moved offices from Basingstoke, and we're now based in the ocean city of Portsmouth. Portsmouth apparently is the only city that's based on an island, which I didn't realise, the island of Portsea. And so, it's great to be there. It's a new, exciting chapter in the life, not only of my company, but of myself too. And being near the coast is definitely something that I'm looking forward to. We're actually based just off the island at a place called Port Solent. So we're not actually on the island, but we're very, very close to it. And so that's fantastic news. But why am I waffling on talking to you about my office? Well, I'm talking to you about my office for one reason, and that is that everything counts. What do I mean? Well, what I really mean is that if you look at your business and you looked at the impression that people have of your business, then the truth of the matter is that everything counts. You know, when people turn up to meet you, everything counts, from the ease of parking. Are they able to park easily, or do they have to fight their way through a car park and loads of traffic and so on and so forth? When they get to the car park, are they parked right over the far side with the, directors, parking right next to the building where so none of the directors get wet, but they don't actually care for their customers. So what's the situation with that? Then when they come into the building, how good is your business at creating a great first impression, be it from an introduction or the way the business looks, and so on and so forth. So what am I talking about here? I'm talking about simply that everything counts, that how your business looks, how your office looks, what it's like, what your people are like, how they dress, your business card, obviously things like your website, what's on the walls, what are the messages, what are the pictures like, what even the colour of your business is like. All these things make a massive difference. The question is what is yours like? If I had to ask you about, your first impression, be it online or offline, when they meet you out at a networking event, or people come to your office, or you email them, if you could rate yourself on a scale of 1 being awful, 5 being average, pretty much the same as every other business, and 10 being truly world class, then where would you rate your business with that? Once you get somebody on board and they become a customer of yours, and they start receiving this, world-class customer service, is it truly world-class, or is it decidedly average or even poor? Because I'll tell you what, the customer service that I receive so often is not great. Be it, going for a meal in a restaurant or out in a hotel, or, driving somewhere and going into a garage or a service station on the motorway, or whatever it is really. It's not always as good as it could be. So one of the ways of differentiating your business is to become outstanding. What about the system of signing people up, agreeing that contract? How does that work? Does that work as well as it could be? What about handling the times when you're not perfect and you do get the odd complaint? How good are you at that? And what could you do to make that process even better, so that when people did complain, it became a positive thing and not necessarily a negative one? So all these things are going to make a big difference in your business. The question is, where are they right now? You take something as simple and ordinary as your business card. If you've got, if you're saying, right, we're the leading company in wherever you're based. If I said, I'm the leading provider of accountancy services in Portsmouth, and my business card is a cheap, thin, produced for £3 on a motorway service station type of business card, then does that really match? I always remember talking to a very good friend of mine who said when he first started off in business, he drove around in a £300 car. So when he used to go to meetings, he used to park it 140 yards down the road so that nobody saw it. He's now hugely successful and he's got a Ferrari, and he still has to park it 140 yards down the road so that nobody sees it. And I think that's very, very pertinent. So does even your car fit the image of your business? Is it appropriate? If people see you turning up in a brand new Ferrari, they may think you're overpriced. If they see you turn up in a £300 wreck, they'll probably judge you by that too. So all these things make a big difference. So my message to you today is take a look at each and every element of your business. Everything you do, everything you say, everything you write, your brand, your website, your emails, your email template, your LinkedIn profile, and ask yourself a very, very powerful question. And that is, could this be better? And more importantly, should it be better? And if it could and it should, then the next thing is to take action. So that's my tip for today. I want to just tell you before I finish about my results program. I'm really looking to try and recruit people onto it right now. And the idea behind the program is that you work with me over a 9-month period, and I will help to get your business to the next level, whatever that is. If you're a startup, I have a target of getting you to 100 grand. If you're turning over 100 grand or 200 grand right now, let's aim for 1 million. And if you're turning over 1 million plus, then let's get to 10. If you're turning over 10, let's get to 100 million, shall we? Wouldn't that be cool? So that's about all I've got to say. And I hope to hear from you. And I'm looking forward to working with you. If you want to know more, then feel free to go to my website, which is www.stevemills.co. Thanks very much for listening.